Mila and Brian here from Love on Four Wheels. And here with another exciting day because today we are showing how we installed a fan in our van. We went with the MaxxFan Deluxe, a classic choice. Why we choose this amazing fan? It's a classic for all RVs. We are going to install it above our kitchen. It can work during rain and we can drive when it's working. Built-in rain cover, operates even during heavy rain, no need to close it. This is the remote control. Comes with handy remote, so you can adjust settings without climbing up the ceiling. It has two functions, intake and exhaust. Bidirectional airflow, pulls fresh air in and pushes stale air out. Total ventilation control. It looks like this, is quite large. We went for the tint version. I like this color a lot. The other versions are white or black. I think this one I like the most. There are three color options, white, black and tinted smoke. We went with tinted smoke lid. It provides a gentle filtered light. Let's install it. And from the bottom we are installing the box to catch all the shavings which are going to come from the cutting the metal. So we are now attaching the masking tape. No, this one is too short. To protect the area which we are going to cut, but we still have to double check the measurement.
All right, so this part is a little bit more tricky. Will be the cutout for the MaxxFan Deluxe. It has a cutout size of 355 by 355 millimeters.
We cut the hole too small. It should have been 400 by 400 mm. Watch how we fix it.
Found like a perfect spot below the ceiling. There are the beams like this. We already calculated framing part, which we will construct of a 34 millimeter wood. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drill with 10 millimeters diameter. And the reason is I want to have like a clean circle shape in the corners. MaxxFan, it has slightly rounded corners, so I think it should be fitting quite well.
We used a T118A jigsaw blade, which is good for thin metal. To protect the roof, we put masking tape on the jigsaw's base plate. After cutting, we taped the piece of the car so it wouldn't hang down. So we are using after a flat file sandpaper. I think this one is 120. We also have 240 to make it even more smooth for our primer.
Really?
What?
We didn't put it into the middle.
What do you mean?
I'm kidding.
We vacuumed and cleaned the surface with isopropyl alcohol before painting. This step is important as small metal shavings can lead to corrosion over time. We began our van conversion using Hempel paints, but later switched to Rust-Oleum, which we found to be more practical. What I'm preparing here is adapter for the MaxxFan. It's just PVC. It's 5 pieces per one arm. They will be connected this way. We are going to glue them by Sikaflex. We decided to build it this way because it's quite expensive for crafter. After cutting, I have cleaned it now with isopropyl alcohol. I'm going to sand it now. I grab 120. Sanding will improve the adhesion. I never sand PVC. I think I will switch to 1/8. Okay, so I switched to 1/8. I have sanded all. Now I'm going to clean again with IPA, later gluing. Okay, I prepared Sikaflex 252. I have completed. Now I'm going to place it there. I think I will place plywood and something heavy on top of it. Okay, yeah, go. What happened? It's a rip?
Yes.
So it's not correct. I keep recording. We drill a pilot hole into one of the roof reinforcement beams. Then we realized that our pine wood frame for the MaxxFan wouldn't fit us as planned. To accommodate it, we cut openings in the metal reinforcement beams using a jigsaw and a Dremel. We painted the freshly cut edges to protect the exposed metal. We built the frame from 34 by 34 mm pine using tongue and groove joints secured with wood glue. And now we are going to impregnate it with one layer before gluing it to the car structure. We used Cycos Hardwax oil, which is primarily intended for floors and high wear surfaces. A deep penetrating wood preservative would have been more suitable for this application. We learned from the shop, from the hardware shop, that we're not supposed to impregnate the part which we are going to glue. That's why I attached the masking tape from one side, because otherwise the adhesion will decrease. Good or too much?
I think it's too much.
We bonded the pine wood frame to the car using Sikaflex 252, a high-strength polyurethane adhesive. We carved small grooves into our custom-made adapter using a Dremel tool to enhance adhesion.
We are now here in front of the hole for the MaxxFan Deluxe. I prepared the adapter. I also cut some ribs so the adhesive can stick better. We're going to flip it over, add the glue, put it on.
We bonded the custom-made adapter to the metal roof using Sikaflex 522, a flexible, weather-resistant sealant adhesive. Yeah, you want to align holes? We applied additional Sikaflex 522 from the inside to reinforce the seal. The bit was then smoothed using soapy water for a clean and even finish. So with the water it looks a bit smoother. We applied Sikaflex 522 to the MaxxFan adapter and pressed it onto the custom adapter to glue them together. Looks very good. We screwed the entire assembly onto our pine wood frame to secure it in place. We used longer screws than those provided in the MaxxFan set, since the originals were too short for our thicker adapter. We applied Sikaflex 522 all around the adapters to seal any gaps and prevent water ingress. Then smoothed the bit with soapy water for a neat finish. We covered all exposed screws with Sikaflex 522 to seal them and prevent water ingress.
We are now going to install this. It's easier if it is tilted, so there is the access to the screws is easier.
Yeah, since we seal it already, now we just have to screw it into spots and it should be ready for testing, huh?
Oh, jo.
Just be careful maybe with the...
Gucken wir mal is, huh? Problem we are facing is that if you take a look at the delivered frame, it has a rubber gasket inside, which I read online is supposed to help with, it's just sealing, I guess. They introduced it after the first version of this model. So that's the reason why on the images in the manual, the rubber is not there yet. So what I'm trying to do now is aligning the frame. And now I'm applying pressure to the gasket to like prepare it for later when the screws will be in. Just installed the screws into the frame, and what you're now trying to do is to test it if it's still working, everything. It has two cables, it runs on 12 volts, and luckily this battery also runs on 12 volts. So for a quick test it should work. How I'm going to do is I'm just taking the plus into the plus and the minus into the minus, and maybe hear the beep. And now I turned it on, And I already feel the stream.
Okay, I also want to feel. I don't feel.
We can also in out. Now you should feel the stream going from.
Okay, yeah, now it's in. Okay. And now it's closing. Okay, nice.
So I guess it works.
So as you can see, we finished the MaxxFan Deluxe. We're very happy with the result, and we would like to share with you our learnings. What we did at the very beginning is we cut it in correct hole for the fan. We read the instructions for the, I think it was KI model, which was US model. And it was 335 by 335 mm. We cut it, and we're supposed to cut 400 by 400. We decided to keep it like this and just cut larger openings in the metal ribs, reinforcement metal ribs, where to be able to fit the wooden frame which we built it. Oh yeah, overall it ended up not that bad because we will have more space for the solar panels, and if we decide to place it here, then the space would be quite limited. What we also later on read from the instructions, that we're supposed to keep certain distance between the end of the MaxxFan Deluxe and any other component on the roof, and it's supposed to be a bit more than 200 millimeters, but our MaxxFan Dome is just behind it. Do you know what's the distance in between?
11 or...
Okay, maybe 11 centimeters. I hope that MaxxFan Dome is small enough and will not bother the... It's for the intake air, right?
No, outtake.
Or
it will push the air outside.
And you thought that maybe also for the rain. Can have it open when it's raining. So when it will be open, that the rain drops will fall on the MaxxFan Dome and maybe come inside. We will realize when we are using this.
Yeah, it was quite hard to put in the screws.
We needed to push quite hard, and we thought that even we made some kind of mistake. We thought it's very misaligned because it was misalignment for like, how far? Maybe 2 millimeters? Or 3?
More.
More?
Yeah.
So we really have to push hard in order to be able to screw this 4 screws around.
Yeah, because there's a rubber all around. I think it just has to be compressed. That's maybe by design.
Yes, we hope you enjoy. And if you have any questions, let us know. Thank you for watching. See you next time.
The drill moved. You see?